Darren here, bestautodetailingtips.com. Today I'm going to share with you a couple secrets. The first secret is what I call the eighth wonder of the world. It's called the magic eraser. It's put out by Mr. Clean, you know, the bald-headed guy. Anyhow, the second trick is how to remove those annoying black scuff marks that you get on your door panels or your threshold plate or the side of your seat bolster. Anyhow, back in the day, required chemicals, like harsh chemicals, for example, like a tar and adhesive remover. And literally, in order to remove those marks, I would have to employ the use of an abrasive Scotch-Brite pad and some chemicals. Chemicals, in fact, that would actually melt, for lack of a better word. It would break down the plastic material in order to remove that scuff 100%. So it was a case-by-case judgment call. One of the reasons I like Mercedes, and I am going to demo this on a Mercedes, is because they use better materials than a lot of other cars. BMWs, any of the high-end cars, as a rule, you get what you pay for, and therefore the materials are made of better quality. So for example, back in the day, if I was working on a Jeep, let's say 15 years ago, you would literally use this chemical, which is just a basic tar and adhesive remover. It's clear, but trust me, it's a chemical, and it would literally take the paint finish right off of the interior body panels of like a Jeep or some of the domestic cars, because they weren't molded in the solid color, and so it would literally take the color right off of it. So it just wasn't an option, and so you just had to live with these scuffs. Now they make them better. That's no longer the case, but with that said, is that you still had to employ the use of an abrasive pad and a harsh chemical. Now, because of the wonders of this little dilly-doo, what I call the eighth wonder of the world, because I keep finding more and more uses for this little pad, and you can get this pad virtually anywhere, whether it's a Walmart, a Target. I mean, now they make generic ones. This is a name brand one. This is what it looks like brand new. They come in different sizes now. This is what it looks like after it's been used for a while. So as a detailer and as a car owner, I can guarantee that these annoying marks drive a lot of people crazy. And if you are just a Johnny do-it-yourselfer, driveway detailer, non-professional, you have probably struggled as to figure out how to remove these annoying marks and scuffs and skid marks in a very user-friendly way and a very straightforward way. Once again, detailing made simple. So how do we do it? Well, I use a combination of this tool and one of my very popular products that, once again, if I had to live with two products, this would be one of them. It is the Super Degreaser put out by Meguiar's, as well as the all-purpose cleaner put out by Meguiar's. Between these two chemicals, I can virtually clean and do most any job on the inside of a car, never mind using this on the outside of the car, like in engines and so forth. Anyhow, different video, but I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna show you how I do it exactly. Okay, so if we see these marks right along here, and this is the passenger side, in case you haven't figured that out on your own. This is the passenger side of an 07 C230, I think it is. Anyhow, so it's very common because people, as they get in and out of the car, they'll drag their feet as they swing their feet into the car. Same with here, same with over here. So as you can see, there's various marks and scuffs. So if you're a professional detailer, this would be completely unacceptable. So how do we get rid of that? Well, now due to the magic eraser, it is so much simpler and easier than ever. I mean, it's truly amazing. So I'm going to pull back. Now, a couple tips with this magic eraser is, depending upon the material, if it's smooth, hard material, it's going to slide easier. The more texture or the more rubberized the material is, this will grab and it will start shredding. It doesn't mean it can't be used, it just means that you may go through more pads. And it's ultimately going to be a case by case, because within a car's interior there's so many types of surfaces and materials that is made or the parts are configured with. So you've got very hard, smooth plastics, you've got hard textured plastics, you've got kind of rubberized materials. So as a rule, you always test. And now you could just use this with water and you would have acceptable results, but it would be case by case. Now to take this tool and raise it from like a level 5 to 8, now you can raise it to a level of like 8 to 10 with the use of this super degreaser. Now this is diluted down 4 to 1. That's my traditional dilution ratio. It comes in a concentrate, and it only comes in a gallon concentrate, and for many of you that will seem overkill, but because there's so many uses for this product, I'm a big fan and I keep pushing it. It's not the only product, of course, but it's one that I professionally use and prefer. It doesn't leave a white residue. A lot of the degreasers, the tar and adhesive removers will leave a white residue, which is no good. So simply spray. I've got my microfiber and I sit here and scrub, and wham. Now I laugh so hard because I remember how long that used to take me, 15 years ago, before these little babies existed. And like I said, I just keep finding more and more uses for them, and it's truly the eighth wonder of the world. So what was that, like 4 or 5 swipes and it's gone, and this is like virtually looks brand new. And the added benefit is that back in the day when I used to use this along with an aggressive and abrasive Scotch-Brite pad, that would be the only way I could get rid of those marks 100%. It would actually, if there was any kind of texture, it would start wearing it down to now where the texture was no longer, and it was now smooth. Now I felt that that was a worthy trade-off, because from a viewing or traditional viewing distance of 5 feet or so, getting in and out of your car, you're not going to notice those black marks, and you're not going to notice that now this texture has been worn down smooth. So to me it was a worthy trade-off. But now with this little baby, there's no trade-off. It's all win-win. Win for the customer, win for me, the detailer, win for you out there. It's all win-win because it's so easy. So this, and your cloth, and bam, you're good to go. And you can use it on different textures. And like I said, it's a case by case. The more texture involved, the more this pad will tend to stick. But it is effective on all types of textures. If the texture is too much of a rubberized texture, then you will find that it may perhaps not be a good solution. But I just wanted to highlight what I call the eighth wonder of the world, and hopefully you can use it and get some acceptable results in your world when it comes to these annoying black scuff marks that I'm sure every owner experiences, so long as it's black, or I'm sorry, so long as it's light colored and those black scuff marks show. Okay, I want to show you the after results. So here we are. You can see, I'm going to zoom in here, show you the threshold plate, and that virtually it is 100%, although I take that back, I see a little trace. So I'm just going to do a little scrub action more until I have absolute perfection. So there we have absolute perfection. So good. And don't pay attention to the dirty floor mat. That's another video, another time.